up to all my beautiful queens, divas of a more mature age? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel today. I am the Eva Monroe, and today I want to talk about black girl luxury and why I hate the hashtag. We got to talk about this, ladies. I see a lot of this and it bothers me, but I don't want to talk to the people, to the black girls who are living luxury, who can afford to live luxury, I'm not speaking to you today. I am speaking to the women who are living vicariously through you and they cannot afford this black girl luxury lifestyle, and they're either forcing it to fit or they feel some type of way about themselves because they're not living the way that they see all these women on TikTok living. These are the women that I want to talk to today because I feel like it's important for women to hear this. I come from very humble beginnings, as most of you already know. I've been broker than most, child. I have been without and I have been with. And I have nearly taken myself down, nearly taken my marriage out because of the fact that I did not respect money. I wanted to show other people what I could get, what I had, how I was doing, okay? And I had to have a long talk with myself. I had to have a long talk with myself, and I had to heal my mind and the way that I thought and felt about money. That had to change, right? So my biggest problem with this whole black girl luxury thing is that I feel like the title makes it seem like we're doing something that we're not supposed to be doing, right? You don't hear the Kardashians walking around talking about Armenian luxury. This is Armenian luxury. Asian people don't say, oh, this is Asian luxury. This is just luxury. I'm living a luxurious lifestyle. I'm living the way I desire to live, right? When we say this, I feel like it takes away from, hey, we come from royalty, kings and queens, right? And God did not say, okay, I'm gonna put these people over here, they're gonna be the broken Poe, and I'm gonna put these people over here, y'all can have access to diamonds and Chanel and gold, but y'all over here, y'all cannot. No, it's there for any and everyone, but if you don't have access to it yet, it's because you have not put yourself in a position to have access to those things. But it's not out your reach, right? Let's be very clear about the fact that when you see people lined up outside the Louis, the Gucci, and the Prada stores and Chanel and all that, most of the people standing in these lines really can't technically afford to even buy these items. And I know you're like, well, if they can't afford it, well, how do they leave out the store with it? And it's all in a gift box and they get taking it home and they showing it on the IG. Well, because of this thing right here. If you get a stimulus check, okay? Let's say you get a $3,000 stimulus check and you say, this is an extra check. I got some extra money and I've always wanted a Chanel bag. And you go out and buy a Chanel bag. Not only are you stupid, not only do you make bad decisions, but you're probably going to end up having to sell that Chanel bag, right? Because you technically can't afford it. If you're living check to check, there's no such thing as an extra check. This makes me think of when I used to get paid every week, right? And the months that would have 5 weeks in a month, I would always claim my 5th check as an extra check. It's like, girl, you living check to check. You ain't got no damn extra check. Extra check, that's a crazy way of thinking, because when you should invest that $3,000, like it's something that fell in your lap, you didn't even know you were going to get it. Invest it, put it away, get ahead, pay off a credit card, pay off a debt, put it in a fund, do something with it. But if you buy a Chanel bag with it, technically you've still bought something that you could not afford. And it's probably going to hurt you in the long run. Sometimes it seems to me like it's so important to us to buy things from people who don't even technically respect us, right? That's so weird to me. It's almost like we're snubbing our nose at Chanel and Gucci, and because it doesn't matter how many times allegations are made or people say this or people say that, we still run and we're like, I bought a Chanel bag. I bought a Chanel bag. I bought a Gucci bag. I bought a Louis bag. When at the end of the day, many of these brands don't respect us. They don't respect us. But when you look up 9 times out of 10 lately, especially lately, and you look at their marketing ads and their campaigns, they're using hip hop culture. Why are they using hip hop culture to sell this stuff? Because they know that even if we can't afford it, we will buy it. We'll make a way to buy it. We'll make a way to buy it. Half the time, we can't even make a way to die. Like, most of us, many of us can't even afford to die. Like, if you left this world tomorrow, if you had 10 Chanel bags and you left this world tomorrow, your family would have to set up a GoFundMe to bury you. And I know some of y'all like, why don't they just sell the Chanel bag? Well, they're not going to do that. They're going to divvy them up amongst themselves. Then they're going to get on the internet asking people who barely know you for money to bury you because you haven't even made it so that you could even at least be burned because you wanted a Chanel bag, right? And you wanted a Chanel bag because you wanted someone, you didn't care who it was, but you wanted, pardon my French, you wanted that bitch to see you walking down the street with your Chanel bag. With the EBT card tucked away inside of it. And I'm not judging, I'm just saying. You probably shouldn't have both, right? This is the world we live in. We try to make each other feel like crap because we don't have, you know, or they don't have the things that we have. I saw some women dragging this woman online who she tagged Black Girl Luxury, but she was carrying a Michael Kors bag. Michael Kors is cheap. Michael Kors is cheap. Is it? I'm not a bag lady. I don't know. Most of my bags are thrifted. Now come for me. Most of them. I can tell you this. Any bag that I have that has a name on it that was purchased brand new, my husband gifted those bags to me. Hashtag big facts. Most of my bags come from the thrift store. That's how I get down. I sit back and wait on y'all to have to put them on Poshmark, and I lurk like a thief in the night and wait till you drop that price way down. And I'll buy it from you. But I ain't going lining up at the Chanel store and paying no couple $1,000s for a damn Chanel bag. If I get one, it'll be gifted to me. Facts. You know, I hate this. On the Make His Pockets Hurt, where a lady was showing her 20-year wedding ring upgrade. And the women in the comments were dragging her because she had a cluster. Who the hell are y'all to tell somebody that a cluster is cheap? You don't know how much they paid for that cluster. You don't know what the diamonds are in that ring. And she obviously has the ring that she can afford. They were like, get a solitaire, get a solitaire. Let me tell you this right here. If you don't take nothing away from this video, you take this away from this video. If you are getting ready to get engaged, or you're engaged to a man and you're in the ring phase, you're getting ready to go pick out your ring. If your fiance has to put your wedding ring on a 10-year finance plan, I can guarantee you that you will be divorced before he pays your ring off. Don't believe me? Just watch. This is how the stuff starts in the beginning of a marriage, because we all want that thing that we can go sit down at the restaurant and have it, you know, cutting glass and stuff because it's shining so bright, and we want all the other chicks to say, oh my God, girl, you broke him. Ooh, you made, let me tell you another thing. If you gotta make his pockets hurt, he ain't got it. If anything he does for you hurts his pockets, he ain't got it like that. And I'll have y'all know, I didn't have anything to do with my wedding ring. I had nothing to do. My husband, when he decided he wanted to marry me, I didn't even know he decided that. He went out, he picked the ring out, he presented the ring to me. It is the ring that I still have on my finger to this very day. Now we've added on to it, we've added stuff to it, but it's the same ring. How disrespectful of me would it have been for me to say, oh no, I wanted a cushion cut. I wanted a, I wanted a pear shape. Can you take it back and give me a pear shape? He got what he wanted me to have, and that's what I went with, because that's such a very small part of the wedding situation. Now, let me tell you how I know that how this thing can go wrong, because I've been through the other side of it before as well. When I was married to my ex-husband, we started out with a ring. And then he said, let's upgrade your ring. We went to Hellsberg. I believe it was Hellsberg. We went and they said, you're approved for $7,000. My ring was $6,999.999. That was the ring I picked out. And I truly believe that when we got divorced, he was still paying on that ring. Now, there you go. So you don't want to start your relationship off based on things like that. You don't want to start your relationship off like that. I promise you this. So I want to end with this thing right here, that the first part of living a luxurious lifestyle is it's mental, okay? It's mental. It starts with being healthy, being mentally healthy, being happy and humble where you are in this moment right now. Not being complacent, not being comfortable, but being happy, feeling blessed, and appreciating the things that you actually have in your hand, within your reach right now. Right now. Because there's going to come a day when you have bought everything, you've done everything, you took all the trips, you had all the fun, you got all the Chanel bags, you got the Rollies and the whatever else you wanted to have, and then you're going to have to sit with yourself, your broken, mentally unstable, ungrateful self who has been of service to no one, not children, not the elderly, not anyone but yourself. You're going to have to sit with yourself and figure it out. So it starts up here, right? At the end of the day, I just want people to know and understand that these lifestyles come with a price. They come with a huge price. They come with a hefty price. There's so much involved. I also want women to understand that everything you see on the internet is not always the way that it is. Do you know, if you want to touch a Chanel bag and have a Chanel bag in your possession so bad, do you know that there are places that rent luxury items? There are places that rent designer clothes. There are places that rent luxury handbags. If that's what you feel like you want to do, now don't rent these people's stuff and not return it, because I'm sure they're going to come after you if you do that. But thrifting, poshing. I think that women who don't have it and they go out and they do it, they spend money that they don't have on luxury items just because they want to. If you think about it, unless it has a big, huge logo on it, your regular friends who are probably living the same way that you're living, they're in the same tax bracket that you're living in, they don't know what you got or what you carrying. They don't know. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, they don't care. They really don't. They have no idea. Go out unless it's something they'll know that the MK, they'll know that. Go out and get a Maison Goyard bag and see. Go hang out with your girlfriends and see if any of them say, "Girl, you got a Maison Goyard." No, true story. I got this watch, and I've talked about this watch before. I found this watch in Vegas. My husband said, "Oh, I bet you when you get home, you know, you can find it cheaper. You ain't get on a plane with that watch." I got home, never found the watch. Contacted the jewelry store in Vegas. They shipped me the watch, right? Watch was $5 grand. Diamond bezel, diamonds on the dial. Gorgeous, right? I couldn't wait to wear this watch out. So I went to dinner with a bunch of friends of mine one evening, and we were sitting at a long table under some good lights. You know those good lights that make diamonds do what the diamonds do, right? And one of my friends had on a watch, like Anne Klein, might not even been Anne Klein, that had a bunch of crystals around the bezel. And the girls were just going crazy over this watch, right? They were like, "Oh my God, I love your watch. Your watch is so beautiful. Oh my God." And she was like, "Oh, I paid $20 for this thing. This thing ain't nothing. You know, this thing is cheap." All the while I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm taking this damn thing back. Put my arm under the table, you know, with my damn $5,000 watch that I couldn't wait to wear, right? So I had to go to a jewelry store one day, and I had to get something. I was getting something done to my ring, and I had the watch on this day. And I was talking to the jeweler. I was telling him what was going on with my ring, and he just kept looking at my wrist, and I was like, "Are you good? You know, is everything okay?" And he was like, "Your watch is absolutely stunning, and those are diamonds. That is beautiful. Where did you get that?" So to the untrained eye, the Anne Klein rhinestones, they weren't even Swarovski crystals. The rhinestones looked damn good sitting up underneath the right lighting, and me and my little $5,000 watch, well, we just chopped liver. So I love watches. I collect watches. I am a watch connoisseur. But 9 times out of 10, unless I stumble across another person that loves watches and is into watches, people have no idea what's on my wrist. Today, you have no idea what's on my wrist. You may think I have a Timex on my wrist. You have no idea. So people don't know, and they don't care most often. But it doesn't stop us from going out of our way to try to please the people. Now, does it? So at the end of the day, stop wasting money. Start thinking about your future. Get your mind right. If you have small kids, start thinking about how they're going to get to college. Start thinking about stuff like this. Think outside of the box. Stop overindulging on TikTok videos where people are living these type of lifestyles that, you know, and you know what, another thing that I thought about that I wanted to mention is that I think that what happens is some women find these motivational. And if that's the case, like if you have to see people around you leveling up in order for it to make your level up journey easier, well then by all means watch this. However, when you start spending money that you don't actually have, when you start missing meals in behind bags, shoes, weaves, and nails, that's a problem. When you start feeling some type of way about yourself, in behind the way other people are living, that's a problem. And that's the thing that I'm saying there. Be happy in your moment. Do what it takes for you to remove yourself from your current situation if that's the life that you desire to live. But know that everything comes at a very hefty price. Your tax is gonna go up. Now, how about that? Thank you guys so much for listening to me today. Until I see you again, be blessed and bye for now.